today we can deal with the new topic, Thevenin's theorem. First, the statement of theorem. Any linear active network with output terminals A and B can be replaced by a single voltage source VTH in series with a single impedance ZTH, where VTH is the open circuit voltage at terminals A and B and ZTH is the impedance measured at terminals when all the voltage sources are replaced by corresponding internal impedances. That is, if you are having a network consist of generators and impedances, linear impedances, we can simply show the network and linear active network like this, having the terminals A and B, and there will be a load impedance ZL. We can replace this network into a network like this, ZTH and VTH in series with and the terminals A and B, and the ZL is replaced after finding out VTH and ZTH. Here from the theorem we have already discussed that VTH is the open circuit voltage at terminals A and B, and ZTH is the impedance measured from this network when the voltage sources are replaced by internal impedances. So this is the equivalent circuit of Thevenin's theorem, or Thevenin circuit, equivalent circuit using Thevenin's theorem for this circuit. Now we can prove the Thevenin's theorem, that is, consider a network containing number of generators and linear impedances with output terminals A and B. In the circuit, Z1, Z2, Z3 and ZL are the linear impedances, ZL is the load impedance and V is the voltage source. We are connected, in this system we are considered the internal impedance of the voltage source as 0. Now if I1 is the current passing from the voltage source through Z1, and also from this point I1 is splitted as I2 and I1 minus I2. So I2 is the current passing through the load ZL. Here we know from the theorem VTH is the open circuit voltage across A and B, and ZTH is the impedance between terminals A and B when all generators are replaced by their internal impedance. In this circuit we have only one generator V, so we have to replace this by corresponding internals to find out ZTH. Okay, now there are two meshes 1 and 2. Now we can apply the Kirchhoff voltage law, Kirchhoff second law to these meshes 1 and 2. From this we can write I1 into Z1 plus I1 minus I2 into Z3. That is, here I1 into Z1 plus I1 minus I2 into Z3 is equal to V from the loop 1. Rearranging, we can write it as I1 into Z1 plus Z3 minus I2 Z3 equal to V and give it as equation number 1. And applying Kirchhoff voltage law to the second mesh, that is I2 into Z2 plus I2 into ZL minus of I1 minus I2 into Z3 equal to 0, as there are no voltage sources. This I2 Z2 plus I2 ZL minus I1 minus I2 Z3 equal to 0, and here I2 into Z2 plus ZL, and there is also minus of minus I2, that is a plus I2 into Z3. So this is equal to I1 into Z3. We have taken this minus I1 Z3 into RHS. So by rearranging we can write it as I1 equal to I2 into Z2 plus Z3 plus ZL by Z3 and give it as equation number 2. Now we can substitute this 2 in equation number 1. We get it as I2 into this divided by Z3 into Z1 plus Z3 minus I2 Z3 equal to V. That is, by taking LCM with this Z3 or close multiplying, that is I2 into Z2 plus Z3 plus ZL into Z1 plus Z3 minus I2 into Z3 square is equal to VZ3. That is I2 into Z2 plus Z3 plus ZL plus into Z1 plus Z3, and here I2 is common, minus Z3 square is equal to VZ3. That is I2 is equal to VZ3 divided by this term. Okay. Now here in the denominator I have distributed this Z2 into Z1 plus Z3 plus Z3 into Z1 plus Z3 plus ZL into Z1 plus Z3 minus of Z3 square. Now look at this equation. When we have, there is a minus of Z3 square, and here we expanding, we get a Z3 square. By expanding we can cancel this Z3 square, and all the remaining term is in the denominator. Z2 into Z1 plus Z3 plus Z1 Z3 plus ZL into Z1 plus Z3. That is, by dividing with this Z1 plus Z3 in the numerator and denominator, I2 is equal to VZ3 divided by Z1 plus Z3 divided by Z2. Here it is cancelled, and here Z1, Z3 divided by Z1 plus Z3 and plus ZL. Here also this term is cancelled. And give it as equation number 3. It's time to find out the VTH and ZTH. The first step is remove the ZL and open circuit here and find out the voltage in this terminal. Okay, so voltage at the terminals A and B can be find out as it is open circuited, there is no importance to Z2, and we can find out it as V into Z3 divided by Z1 plus Z3. That is, VTH is equal to V into Z3 divided by Z1 plus Z3. Give it as equation number 4. Now, the next step is to find out ZTH. We had to replace the generators using corresponding internal impedances and find out the impedance at this open terminals. As we have considered the voltage source having no internal impedance, so it is 0, and the remaining is Z1, Z2 and Z3. So the internal impedance at the terminals can be calculated as here a parallel source Z1, Z3 and a series Z2. That is Z2 plus 1 by Z1 plus 1 by Z3. That is Z2 plus 1 by Z1 plus Z3 by Z1 Z3. That is Z2 plus Z1 Z3 by Z1 plus Z3. Give it as equation number 5. Now we can substitute this 4 and 5 in 3. Then we get it as IL is equal to I2 is equal to VTH by ZTH plus ZL. Thus the proof of Thevenin's theorem. So we have replaced the circuit having some internal impedances and linear generators with a VTH and ZTH. Now we can find out the load current across ZL by VTH by ZTH plus ZL. That is, the equivalence Thevenin circuit is here. Thus the proof of Thevenin's theorem. So, steps for Thevenizing a network. Remove the impedance ZL through which the current is to be measured. Find the open circuit voltage when it appears across the terminals from where the impedance has been removed. Find the effective impedances of whole network by looking at the terminals from where the impedance is removed, after replacing the voltage sources with the internal impedances, that is Thevenin's impedance. Draw the equivalent Thevenin's network by replacing all the voltage sources with VTH and all impedances by ZTH. Connect back ZL to open terminals. Calculate the current through impedance as IL is equal to VTH by ZTH by plus ZL. These are the steps for Thevenizing a network. Now we can do a problem from Thevenin's theorem. Apply Thevenin's theorem to find the current through the load resistance 15 ohm in the following network. That is, here we have a voltage source which have an internal resistance 1 ohm and R1 3 ohm, R2 12 ohm, and we have to connect a load resistance 15 ohm here and find out the current through that. So our first step is to open circuit these terminals, that is open circuited here. Now we have to find out the VTH according to Ohm's law. That is VTH, that is the open terminals, the voltage across the open terminals, that is the voltage across the 12 ohm. That is the current passing through 12 ohm into resistance 12. That is I12 into 12. I12 is equal to voltage divided by the effective resistances, that is 1 ohm plus 3 ohm plus 12 ohm. That is 24 by 16, that's equal to 3 by 2. Now V12 is equal to 3 by 2 into 12, that is 18 volts. So we got the VTH, Thevenin's voltage, 18 volt. Now our aim is to replace the voltage source with this internal resistance 1 ohm, that is the equivalent circuit is 1 ohm, 3 ohm, 12 ohm, and here the open terminals. We have to find out ZTH across these terminals. That is ZTH or RTH, both are same. Here in this figure we are represented using the resistances, so RTH. That is 1 plus 3 parallel 12. That is 4 into 12 by 4 plus 12, that is equal to 3 ohm. So we had derived the VTH 18 volt and RTH or ZTH 3 ohm. So the Thevenin circuit is VTH by RTH plus RL or VTH by ZTH plus ZL. That's equal to 18 by 3 plus RL we have to connect is 15 ohm. That is 18 by 18, that is 1 ampere. Now we can draw the equivalent diagram, equivalent Thevenin circuit. That is 18 volt, that is VTH, and equivalent resistance or impedance, that is 3 ohm. And here 15 ohm load is connected back, and the current passing through this RL, that is IL, we have find out it as 1 amp. So this is the Thevenin's equivalent circuit for the given circuit in that problem. Our aim is to find the current through 2 kilo ohm resistance in the following network. That is, we have to find the current through this. So we can use the Thevenin's network application. We can our first step is to remove this 2 kilo ohm in open circuit and find out the voltage across these terminals. That is, we have done here. V, R1, R2 are kept there, and VTH is to be measured by open circuiting this resistance R1. Okay, so from the figure, VTH is equal to voltage across R2, that is I into R2. That is, we have here open circuiter, we have to find out the voltage across R2. As we have R2 is equal to 6 kilo ohm, that is I is equal to V by R1 plus R2. We have given with the resistances in kilo ohm ranges, R1 plus R2 will be 3 plus 6 into 10 raised to 3. Got I is equal to 2 milliampere. Now we have to calculate the VTH or R2, that's equal to I into R2. That is, I is 2 milliampere into 6 kilo ohm is R2, that is 12 volt. We got the Thevenin's voltage. Now we have to find out the Thevenin's impedance or resistance. So we had to replace this voltage source with this internal impedance. Here we have not given with any internal impedance, so it is 0. And the remaining R1, R2, we have to find out the resistance or impedance across these terminals. That is, RTH is equal to R1 parallel R2. That is R1, R2 by R1 plus R2. That's equal to 2 kilo ohm. Now we can draw with the equivalent Thevenin's network, that is VTH is equal to 12 volt and RTH is equal to 2 kilo ohm. That is, we have drawn here and reconnected the load resistance RL 2 kilo ohm. Now we can find out the current passing through the RL 2 kilo ohm, that is VTH by RTH plus RL, that is 12 voltage divided by 2 plus 2 into kilo ohm 10 raised to 3. That is IL is equal to 3 milliampere. So till now we have discussed the Thevenin's theorem. Now we have one more equivalent theorem, that is Norton's theorem. In that the voltage source is replaced by the current source. So according to Norton's theorem, a linear active network having two output terminals and consisting number of generators and resistances or impedances can be replaced by a network consisting of a single current source IN parallel with an impedance Zn. So IN is the current source equivalent to current flowing through the short circuited output terminals, Zn impedance at the output terminals or open circuit terminals after replacing the generators with their internal resistance or impedance. That is, if we having a network of generators and linear impedances, and we are having with a load resistance also or impedance. Now we can replace this circuit with a circuit having Norton current with a parallel Norton impedance and a load resistance or load impedance is connected here. Here we can open circuit and replace this circuit. This is the equivalent Norton circuit. Now the applications of this theorem. This theorem can reduce a complicated network into a simple parallel circuit having an ideal current source and a parallel impedance. And this circuit is utilized in a circuit having current sources more than EMF. Example, transistor circuits. So, proof for the Norton's theorem. This is the equivalent circuit. Just remember one thing. We have the load current from the Thevenin's equivalent circuit. VTH by ZTH plus ZL is equal to IL. And ZTH is here same as that of Zn. And IN can be found out by VTH by ZTH. So IN is equal to VTH by ZTH, Zn is equal to ZTH. We have to derive VTH and ZTH using Thevenin's method. So by replacing this, we can rewrite VTH is equal to IN Zn. By substituting here, IL will be equal to IN Zn by Zn plus Zn. So to find out a problem or solve a problem using Norton's method, we had to find out first the VTH and ZTH using Thevenin's method, and after that substituting VTH and here we can find out IN is equal to VTH by ZTH and ZTH is Zn itself, and by substituting here we get the load current IL, and also the IL we obtaining using Norton's method and Thevenin's method will be same. We can prove that by using an example. So remember, this is the equivalent circuit of a Thevenin circuit, Norton's circuit. A problem: draw Thevenin's and Norton's equivalent circuit for the following network of resistance. Calculate the current in the load. In each case, that means Thevenin's and Norton's case. So we have given with a circuit like this, and this EMF source has a resistance, internal resistance 0.2 ohm. We have to find out the current across this RL 3.2 ohm using Thevenin's and Norton's theorem. First, our step is to remove the RL and open circuit this terminals, that is this. So we have to find out VTH across this open circuit terminals. This resistance will not be including, as this is an open circuit. We have to include the resistance 0.2, 0.6 and 0.82. So VTH is equal to I across 0.8 this into this 0.82. According to Ohm's law, V is equal to IR. That is, we are calculating the VTH across these terminals. We have to find out the voltage across this resistance. So I at 0.8 will be equal to 24 divided by 0.2 plus 0.6 plus 0.8. That is given here. That's equal to 15 ampere. So VTH is equal to 15 into 0.8. That's equal to 12 volt. Now we can replace this 24 volt by its internal resistance, and the circuit will be like this. Now we have to find out ITH across these terminals. So ZTH is equal to 0.8 plus this 0.8 and here also 0.6 plus 0.8, 88 parallel. So this 0.8 plus 0.2 plus 0.6 parallel 0.8. That is 0.8 plus Z1 Z3 by Z1 plus Z3. 0.8 into 0.8 divided by 0.8 plus 0.8. That is equal to 1.2 ohm. VTH is equal to 12 volt and ZTH is equal to 1.2, and ZL is replaced in this. This is the Thevenin's equivalent circuit, 12 volt, 1.2 ohm. VTH, ZTH, and the RL or ZL is connected across the open circuited AB terminals, 3.2 ohm. So IL is equal to VTH by ZTH plus ZL, that is 12 by 1.2 plus 3.2, that's equal to 30 by 11 ampere, and this is the Thevenin's equivalent circuit. Now we can solve the same using Norton's method. We have now ZTH is equal to Zn, that's 1.2 ampere, 1.2 ohm. VTH is equal to 12 volt. From that we can find out IN, VTH by ZTH, that's equal to 10 ampere. Now we can draw Norton's equivalent circuit using IN and Zn like this, and reconnect the load resistance here. If RL is connected across the AB terminals, IL is equal to IN Zn by ZL plus RL, that's equal to 30 by 11 ampere. So remember, we have got the load current across the RL as 30 by 11 when we used to solve the Norton's method and Thevenin's method. So and we have to study to draw the Thevenin's and Norton's equivalent circuit also. Thank you.